Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. A lot cooler today, just a little bit above freezing, and it's just going to keep going down for the next few days. Saturday and Sunday look to be very cold. My granddaughter is doing about the same. She's kind of settling into not being in ICU. She was in there for over a week, so she's in just a regular hospital room. So I think she's liking that a lot more. Seems to be, her mood is improved. She was in a bad mood yesterday. She's feisty. I don't know where she gets it from. Not me. But I did tell her the last time I was there to see her that she needed to give the nurses and doctors as hard a time as she could. Make them earn their money. I mean, she's only 2, but maybe she's listening to old grandpa. But so she's doing better. I was all upset earlier today. I thought today was Friday. I don't know. I got mixed up. It was Friday, and I was all excited because tomorrow is a day off. Tonight, and some of you know what I mean. And then my wife informed me today's just Thursday, honey. I'm like, oh. Another day. So anyways, so let's start off talking about Iran. That's a big thing in the news, and there's a lot of stuff going on with this. This morning the news was reported, and I mentioned this, I talked about this in this morning's video, that it looked like Trump was backing away from attacking Iran. That's not the case at all. I mean, he did back away from attacking them yesterday. But now there's more information that's come out. The reason why, apparently the United States was going to attack last night Iran. And yesterday, Trump got a phone call from his boss. Excuse me. I mean Benjamin Netanyahu. Sorry about that. And he was told by Benjamin Netanyahu to not attack them tomorrow. And so when you put all the little bits of information together, basically what I've summarized is that we were planning on kind of probably a smaller strategic attack. And Benjamin Netanyahu believes that we need more assets there. We need more troops. We need more stuff there because it needs to be a bigger, larger scale attack. Because apparently we're going to take out the Iranian regime. And that's going to take a bigger deal. And so the U.S. has stated today that it's not off the table at all. It's just the attack was suspended for a time until we get more stuff there and get ready. So we are going to go in. And it's being reported today that we're now working closely with the Israelis on planning that attack, coordinating that attack. And the Israeli government said that they are good for whatever we decide. They said even if it means that Israel bears the brunt of the attack, that they are for it, no matter what. So days, weeks ahead, we apparently will be attempting to, the Iranian regime. That's going to be a big upset, a big deal. Maybe even more so than what we did with Saddam Hussein. Maybe. Iran is close and getting closer and closer ties with Russia and China, North Korea, and then what we're doing with Venezuela and everywhere else. It's a matter of time. So get ready for that. It's going to be a big show, and I don't know. I think that I still think that there's a possibility that it may be a little harder on us than we think. And that also may be why we backed off for just a minute, to kind of get ourselves regrouped. So I guess get ready to see that. And that one could become an actual big war. So, we did this, Bush did this, Clinton, Obama, they've all done this, right? And now it's Trump's term. His first time in office, he didn't start any new wars, and the second time in office, he's just going to start them all. Still talking about Greenland, still wanting to take Greenland, all that kind of stuff. It's ridiculous. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous that we're potentially going to pay them billions and billions of dollars. I talked about that this morning. The amount of money that's being talked about being spent. But that's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong. I get it. I understand that there's a strategic value in it, which we already have with Greenland. And then there's also the rare earth minerals that we got to have. And that's the big thing. We got to build the AI so that we can take over the world. Speaking of taking over the world, I've been warning you about this. I warned you all about this 2 years ago, year ago, everything. I want to play you a little clip. I can't remember who this guy's name is. He's on the cabinet, the president's cabinet. I can't remember. Is the Treasury Secretary? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. He's doing an interview on with Fox News. And he says the thing. He says the quiet part out loud. They're talking about Trump going to Davos. That's the World Economic Forum. Now, remember, I've been talking about this. The Klaus Schwab is no longer the head of the World Economic Forum. He retired. Larry Fink, who is also the CEO of BlackRock. Yeah, BlackRock, CEO of BlackRock. He's now the chairman of the World Economic Forum. The president's wanting to appoint another senior officer with BlackRock to the head of the Fed. So anyways, Donald Trump is the keynote speaker this year at the World Economic Forum. And so in this interview clip I'm getting ready to show you, they're asking the secretary, so what can you tell us a little bit of what to expect about Donald Trump's speech this year at Davos? And he says the quiet part out loud and says that Trump will be talking about his new world order, the new world order, and the United States leading it. Listen to this. Listen.
Davos, we know there's the big housing speech. What else can we anticipate?
There's also going to be some look at the new world order that President Trump is creating, and a lot of countries that were whining about tariffs 6 months ago and saying that President Trump was going to harm their economies had pretty good years. And I think it's in part because people recognize that President Trump has made it so that we are the shining city on the hill again. We are the engine of global economic growth because the U.S. is really that strong.
There you go, folks. I've been telling you. I know there's going to be someone say, well, it's because Trump's new world order is different than Joe Biden and Barack Obama's new world order. Give me a break. Stop it. Quit being so delusional. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with. It's the new world order, folks. It's a different flavor. It's wrapped up in a different wrapping paper than the last one or what we thought, but it's still the new world order. That's what we're getting. It's what all this stuff is. It's what all of these oligarchs, these top guys in these tech companies and bankers and stuff that are running everything, and they're as much as Trump thinks that he's the independent boss, whatever, they got him by a leash too. I'm convinced of it. They know how to play it. They know how to play him, butter him up, give him something, make him feel special, pin a medal on him or something, and now they get what they want. So that's what's really happening, folks, is the new world order. And it's happening now. So you better keep your powder dry. And you better prep up. This stuff going on with the riots, it's just really spiraling out of control. Today, the Kristi Noem, the Secretary for Homeland Security, stated that when asked a question by an interviewer, that Americans need to keep their papers with them. They need to make sure that they have proof that they are citizens, because they may be asked, they may be stopped and asked by Border Patrol and ICE, and that's okay. They support that. Listen here, folks. I want to get rid of all the illegals. I wish they didn't live here. I'm okay with people immigrating here and becoming an American, but I'm not okay with illegals. But that also doesn't mean that I'm okay with having my rights trampled on too. And this is exactly what's happening. We are watching a massive change happen. You know, it's weird and funny and just scary and stupid and whatever other word I can think of to watch this all play out. 6 years ago, the left was telling the right that if you just comply with the law, just comply and you'll be okay. Just wear your mask and social distance and shut your business down and get your vaccine. Just comply and they won't bother you. Now we've got the right telling the left that if you just comply with the law, just show them your papers, just behave and comply with the law, then they won't bother you. Now, I am not one bit supporting what a lot of these rioters are doing. Some of them are most definitely breaking the law. But there are people out there that are protesting, and even if I completely disagree with what they're saying, I 100% support their right to protest. I absolutely do. And ICE and DHS has put out information that it's now considered a criminal act if you video them or photograph them, even if you're in a public place. That's been long held to be a First Amendment issue, that you have a First Amendment right to film the police. Now they're saying, nope, you do that, that's interfering with our job. Now you have to have your papers. Now they can just randomly show up at your door and ask if you're, a citizen or not. I don't agree with this because this is getting out of control, and it's not just going to be illegals eventually. And a precedent is being set to use federal agents in this way in large mass. And what happens when the Democrats get back into office and they decide to pass some gun control legislation to just get back at all them conservatives, and then they start ramping up ATF and use them in the same way as ICE is being used. We're setting precedents. We are losing what we've lost. It's a free America is already gone as far as I'm concerned. You may disagree with me, and that's totally fine, but I'm telling you, the freedom and liberty is lost. Are we still more free than a lot of other countries? Yes. But that's changing, folks. It's changing quickly. And you need to get ready. There's so much stuff going on. It is chaotic. It is chaos. It is intentional, because this is the New World Order. They have to do this order out of chaos, this Hegelian dialect. And we're watching. It's the flip side of the coin. It was the left that was doing all this. Now it's the right, and that's part of the plan. That's to get everyone, both sides that believe that there is this left-right thing, that buy into that lie. Now they're getting both sides involved, and it won't be that hard to fully implement all of their plan, which is exactly what they're doing. The president and several others today, the White House is openly talking about insurrection, and they said that they are considering it, is being discussed, and so we may be seeing an insurrection act being declared soon. You need to step it up, folks. I don't think that this is just a phase that we're going through. Our currency's collapsing. It is. It's in kind of a slow motion, but it is collapsing a little bit every day. We're losing our rights. Surveillance, AI, all of that is growing at just crazy rapid rates. We're getting closer to the end, closer to the end of the book, the Bible, and you need to be getting yourselves ready. Getting yourselves ready in here, getting your family ready, getting your community ready. Next year or two, it's going to be a wild ride, folks. Get your houses in order. Prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Look at that sunset. Beautiful, isn't it? It's pink out in front of me. Have a good evening.